In Landman Season 2, Episode 2, one of the most interesting and quietly intense moments comes from Cami sneaking into Monty's office. At first glance, it seems like a small subplot, almost easy to overlook. But when you sit with the scene, it becomes clear that this moment reveals a lot about Cami's motivation, her fears, and the bigger power games brewing underneath the surface of the season. Viewers immediately began asking the same question: what exactly was Cami looking for? And the answer tells us a lot about where her character is headed. Cami isn't the type to act without purpose. When she enters Monty's office, she isn't snooping out of curiosity. She's searching because she feels cornered, unsure, and increasingly suspicious of the way Monty operates. Throughout the early part of the season, Monty has been positioned as someone whose power is rising, whose influence is expanding beyond what anyone expected. Cami, being close enough to feel the pressure but not close enough to trust him, senses that something isn't right. Her search is driven by the fear that Monty is hiding something that could either expose him or ruin her future. What she's really after is information, proof, leverage, or clarity. Cami's world is shifting, and she needs something concrete to hold on to. Whether it's documents, evidence of shady deals, or details about Monty's financial moves, she's looking for anything that will help her understand what game she's actually caught up in. In many ways, this moment tells us that she doesn't feel safe anymore. And when a character like Cami feels unsafe, she starts digging. The scene also hints that Cami has already picked up on things other characters haven't. She senses Monty's growing alliances, the way he's becoming more slippery, and how he's making choices that don't quite line up with what he says publicly. The office search is her way of confirming whether her instincts are right. She knows Monty well enough to understand that if he's hiding something, it won't be in plain sight. It'll be tucked away where only someone bold enough would look. And Cami is willing to take that risk. But the deeper layer of this moment comes from what Cami herself is dealing with emotionally. She's not just investigating Monty, she's trying to reclaim a sense of control. With everything happening around her, including shifting loyalties, growing tension, and Monty's increasing unpredictability, she feels the ground beneath her starting to move. Looking through his office is her attempt to steady herself, to get ahead of whatever storm she suspects is coming. Even if she doesn't know exactly what she'll find, the search alone is a statement. She refuses to be blindsided. And that says a lot about her arc this season. Cami is stepping into a version of herself that is more strategic and far more aware of the stakes. She's learning that survival in this world requires knowing more than you're told, seeing more than what's visible, and acting before you're forced to. Whether she finds something substantial in Monty's office or simply confirms her worst fears, the act of looking is what truly matters. It signals that Cami isn't going to be passive anymore. Monty's role in this makes the moment even more tense. He's unpredictable, calculating, and dangerous in a way that's not loud but quiet, almost surgical. If Cami is suspicious, she likely has good reason. And that's what gives the entire scene such weight. She's not searching because she's paranoid. She's searching because she's right to be. By episode 2, you can see the show laying groundwork for a power struggle that's going to escalate. Cami's actions suggest she might end up holding knowledge that becomes crucial later on. Even if she doesn't find exactly what she expects, the search shows she's preparing herself for whatever truth eventually surfaces. And in a series like Landman, the truth has a way of coming out at the worst possible time. So, what Cami is looking for is more than a physical object or a document. She's searching for answers, leverage, and a sense of security in a world that's shifting around her. She wants to know what Monty is really up to, and more importantly, she wants to know how close the danger truly is. This scene quietly marks the beginning of a more assertive, more determined Cami, and it sets the tone for the tension that's going to build as the season unfolds.